Alright. What up, what up? Let's play some Cube 2. It should show up, because I captured it yesterday. There we go. Cool, cool. So, Cube 2. Wow, I need to turn the volume up quite a bit. Cube 2 is sequel to Cube 1, but as far as I know, you don't need to have played Cube 1 to understand the story. Cube 1 had a story, but it was kind of self-contained, I think. This is my first time playing Cube 2. Hopefully, it's as good as Cube 1. I really liked Cube 1. Alright, I thought there was just a black screen. So Cube 1 was in space. You were on like a space ship thing. It tells you that at the beginning, so it's not really a spoiler. Looks like we're on some type of alien planet, which is kind of similar.
Oxygen systems effective.
Oh, we're playing.
Hey Mel, let me know if you're still good for our call tonight. Can't wait to hear about what you've uncovered today. Poppy says hi. Speak tonight. Love you.
The audio seems really quiet. I don't know why that is.
What the hell?
That's okay, I guess. Not really sure where we're headed. Let's go over here. This looks like a cube. Are you a cube?
Anyone? Help me.
Alright, there's a flag. So already, like, this is way different than Cube 1. This is much more cinematic. It feels much more like they're trying to push the story ahead of all else. I'm beginning to wonder if my headphones are loose, and that's why it's so quiet. Yup, it is. Okay. Cube 2. That's nice what they done with the 2 and having like the hand in it. That's cool. Sick. We got an achievement.
Mayday. This is Commander Emma Sutcliffe of the Vitruvius mission. I am stranded in an unknown location following mission success. Are there any survivors out there?
Hello?
Oh.
This is Dr. Amelia Cross. I'm picking up your signal. I repeat, I am reading you clearly. Please, I don't know what's happened, but I need help.
Try and remain calm. Your systems are slightly damaged. I can't identify what your rank was either.
Alright, give me 1 second. We've got 2 things to do. We gotta up the sensitivity. I'm gonna go with 60 on both axes. And the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the webcam to the other side because there seems to be some type of UI thing.
Looks like you're suffering from cryogenic-induced amnesia.
What? What are you talking about?
You must have been part of Vitruvius, tasked with destroying the cube. Damn.
Oh, so it does follow on.
Both back to the origin planet.
Wow.
That life suit you're wearing, you can manipulate the cubic structures with it. We use the same design to...
It does follow on from Cube 1. Alright, while I'm adjusting this, Cube 1 was like, you're in space and you had to destroy the cube, right? The cube was like a big puzzle box thing in space. And then you took an escape pod out of it. And I guess this is after you've landed.
destroy an extraterrestrial object that was on a collision course with Earth.
Yeah.
You may not remember, but if you listen to me and do as I say, we may actually make it back home. Do you understand me?
I don't know what the hell is going on, but just tell me what I need to do.
Okay. I've detected a human distress beacon coming from the peak of the structure you're in. Your signal is weak because of this blasted sandstorm. I can't log on to you. That beacon is above the storm. If you can just make it there, you should be clear. If you rendezvous with any other survivors, I should be able to use my teleporter to extract us all and get home.
Right. Okay. I think
Oh
I can do
yeah,
that.
the teleporter doesn't work from within the cube. Wasn't that something that was briefly mentioned in the first Cube game? That the walls of the cube were stopping you from teleporting out or something like that? and that's why you used an escape pod. I think that was like really briefly mentioned, or it might be Mandela affecting them. It might be the Mandela effect. So it seems like we got the ability to move blue stuff, which is kind of how the other game started. I think it gave you 1 color, then 2, then 3. I don't quite remember what blue is though, like what it does.
Use the gloves you are wearing to change the structure around you. You should have access to the launch pad function, code-colored blue.
Right.
Try placing one on any white
So,
cubes that have a frame using your left glove.
blue
Then
was
stand on it.
bouncy, and then red was like you extruded them, and it went kind of like 1 block, 2 block, 3, I think. So you could essentially, like, if this was the red one, you would go 1, 2, 3, and that would
You should
let
place
you
a blue
elevate.
cube using the left glove onto one of those white panels with frames on. Once
Hey.
placed, stand on it. It will launch.
Okay,
Jesus. I wasn't expecting that.
we got this.
You better get used to it. It may just save your life in here.
Look how she flails her
Using
arms.
signal buttons. Keep the climbing up.
That's great.
Contact me if you find anything strange.
I've got to say, compared to Q.U.B.E, these textures and stuff
Hello?
are
Can you hear
amazing.
me?
It's such a simple looking game, but the
I've got my
reflections
sausage.
and just the modeling is much better. Everything's really nicely done. Very like very I don't know, graphic designy, is that a word? It seems really like they thought a lot about how things are gonna look. Look at this J.J. Abrams lens flare as well. Jesus Christ. So like if that was red, you would go 1, 2, 3, and then you would be able to jump up. Nice. Is that like a pad to stop you hurting yourself? I don't think there was fall damage in Q.U.B.E. Or maybe it's just like a target for you to get to. There we go. So if it's already red, you could manipulate it, but eventually you get the red glove. I'm just basing this on Q.U.B.E. I don't know if it's the same in Q.U.B.E, but it gives you like the red glove, and then if you have 2 white areas, you have to decide which one is which. Like which one has to be red, which one has to be Oh, that's slightly different already. Huh. Do you have to like stand on it and do them one at a time? That's different. Yeah. I'm really liking the graphics so far. Like, such an improvement. Oh. So one of the things that kind of differed this from from Portal to me was, oh, there we go. Was that you
Hey there,
didn't necessarily.
I found something.
I'll shut up and listen to this.
Oh, still no signal.
That lens flare, though. Cool, cool. So did we swap the blue thing to red? Cool.
Recommended action. Place red cube on
Oh!
white panel.
We can go between them.
Why
Nice.
would these be here?
Alright, so what I was gonna say is, fuck, if I forgot what I was gonna say, I have. Shit. Oh, right, Portal and this, and how they differ. In Portal, I feel like a lot of it is working out what to do, and then the second part is mechanically working out how
I
to
should
do
place
it.
a red cube and then interact with it.
But, you know, on, in Q.U.B.E is much more about just working out. There isn't a lot of, there isn't a lot of the mechanical side, like having to nail this jump just perfect and then having to pull something out the wall mid-air, stuff like that. Q.U.B.E is much slower paced in that regard. And what up, Raging Kuma? How do? I'm, better than yesterday? Kinda, I guess. Yesterday I was in a really bad mood. Actually, I refunded Resident Evil 7. I totally refunded it. It was, you know, not the best. How many of these can we die? Okay. So we can just have one red at a time and one blue so far. That's cool. Yesterday I was in a really bad mood. It just got worse and worse. Ooh, this is an elevator. Nice. Yeah, you understand about half. There was some off-stream stuff that was, you know, kind of fucking with me yesterday. Which could fuck with us today again, but, you know, hopefully not. Right. You understand when we refunded it? Yeah. It was having that graphics issue, and it was also, like, totally nothing like what I thought it was gonna be. So I kind of felt missold, was the main reason. I think I submitted the refund request by saying that I didn't find the game fun. It was intense, but it wasn't fun. I think we have to go on this side if we want to make that jump. A game like this is like... This is pretty cool to me. I like this stuff a lot. I like puzzle games. So we can't carry momentum like forward. Like you can't run it in this direction and pick up the momentum. It's always gonna push you this way. Oh, this is an elevator. There we go. Cool. I really want to make another vlog this week. I did a vlog thing, like I guess you could call it a vlog, like kind of channel introduction thing for YouTube for people who follow me on YouTube but don't watch any of my Twitch stuff, just to tell them what they're in for and stuff like that.
Emma, reading you loud and clear.
And
How you doing?
I said I would
Making
make one like
progress, I
every
think.
month,
Good.
and it's been 2.5 months.
Listen,
So
I wanted to ask,
you know,
what do you remember before waking up?
I
should
don't-
make another one.
Not really. I think I was heading towards a job, a dig site in Scotland. I was in a helicopter
In
with my
Scotland.
And you don't remember what
Jesus
happened?
Christ.
team. No, I don't. Are you interrogating me, Emma? Because it sure as hell feels like it. Emma? God damn it, this stupid thing. I best continue.
Is she talking to herself when she says I best continue? Okay, that isn't... Oh! Oh, this is cool! Look at that! This is sick! That's really cool. They have, like... They've stepped it up. They've stepped it up. This is much different than, Q.U.B.E. I'm liking it. And then we go up. Across going to Scotland. What do you mean? I don't get the reference, but what up, liar? It's really interesting that the characters are British in this, or at least sound English. What's wrong with a cross going to Scotland? Because of England's thing being a cross, like their flag, the red and white cross. That's all I can think of. House of Leaves. Dude, this game, like, compare a screenshot of Q.U.B.E. to Q.U.B.E. and mind blown. The reflections, the way they've used the neon lights to like reflect off everything, so cool. So cool. The amount of like layers they have. See like the dirt layers on the reflections? Stuff like that. Just looks amazing. I'm liking it.
Oh,
Ooh,
another
green.
type.
Oh yeah, green was to make a thing, right? Cool.
Interesting. It's like the structure itself can duplicate and grow.
Nice suit. Yawn. Got him. That's on a black background. Does that mean it can move somehow? I don't think so. I don't think so. I might be overthinking this. Oh, yeah. I think it's like this. There you go. Oh. Cool, cool. I'm glad they decided to expand on the story of Q.U.B.E. Q.U.B.E.'s story, for like those of you who haven't seen it, we might actually play it again soon, because it was really fun. It took me like 3 hours and 30 minutes, I think, the first playthrough, and that was me kind of like going slow. So it's a pretty quick game. It's a pretty quick game to just play through. It didn't really have a whole bunch of story. You were in space, and I was pretty sure that you played as a man, but maybe you played as a woman? It was only like 6 months ago. I really thought that you played as a man in Q.U.B.E. So, you know, maybe I'm misremembering that. Probably am. Ooh. So I'm assuming that what we want is we want a green block so that we can get a green block onto one of these reds. Maybe? That better not be the phone ringing. Jesus Christ, I'll be RB. Man, I have no idea what that phone call was about. You know when somebody calls like for somebody else and they start mentioning stuff that you have no idea about? Yep, that. Is it possible that we've to move? Oh god, this is gonna be a timing thing. Maybe not. Oh. Fuck. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Got him. And now this is blue. Okay. Okay. We're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Okay, nice. So our jump is quite a long jump, I guess. Like it's about 3 blocks long, 3.5 blocks long, but it's not a high jump. It can only, you know, jump up like 1 block. So I thought I was gonna need it on the farthest one. Oh. We gotta hit that with something? Cool. Dude, I love this game. I love the Q.U.B.E. games. They're like genuinely how this game hasn't sold as many games as Portal. Maybe it has actually. I don't even know how many it sold. They're such good games. How can you not like this game? Look at that. Beautiful. Where am I going? Up here? So that definitely needs to move over here. And I need me to be up there. Is it as simple as this? Is it this simple? I guess it did just introduce a new mechanic, right? Oh, no, we don't. It is definitely not that simple. We need the green cube over there. I think that it's probably this then. Nice. And then bring that back down. Turn this blue. Nice. See? Cube. Amazing game. Beautiful. Can't bring anything with me into this room. You don't preserve momentum though from falls. Wait, do you? No, you don't, right? Nah, that's the same as if you fall from here, that's the same. That wasn't clean, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's the same. So you only needed blue for that. This is gonna be a debated. We're gonna think we're safe, and then we're not gonna be safe. We're not gonna be able to leave. That is gonna close up. Oh no, what if it's the witness outside? Uh-oh. What if it's the entire witness game?
I've come across an exterior space. The storm has cleared up and, well, there's life here. There's water and plants.
That's unexpected.
This doesn't look accidental either. The structure of the space, the organization of it, it looks purposeful. It reminds me of my husband.
In what way?
Oh, he works with plants.
You should move on, Millie, before another
Wait.
storm comes.
Agreed. Speak soon.
Wait a goddamn minute. Did you play as a man in Q.U.B.E? Oh god, I should have played Q.U.B.E just before playing this. I probably could have completed it in like an hour and a half. Probably. Since I remember most of the puzzles and stuff. I don't remember if you played as a man or a woman, but I remember those puzzles. There was one really insane puzzle that had like shallow, I guess like shallow areas, like 2 shallow areas, and you had to guide a thing around. Oh my god. That took the longest time. Look at this. This is... Right. Did you ever play Mirror's Edge? Like, I'm getting Mirror's Edge vibes from the color schemes and stuff like that. Just the way it's using white, the way it's using the reds, and the way it's using, like, subsurface stuff. Subsurface stuff? No, like bump maps, like specular maps. Like, you know, stuff that other games do just, you know, because that's what is expected in modern games. But it's actually like showcasing them. Like, look at those scratches underneath that light. It's cool. It makes things seem more real and less video gamey. Even just the randomness of these like blocks sticking out to give them different shadow depths and things like that. Like an example I would give is in Overwatch, floors have a pattern in the tiles. Like if you go to the Overwatch training room and you look at the floor, there's like a hex grid, right? And you only see it when the light hits it. And then above that is a layer of dirt and a layer of
Incredible.
scratches and stuff like that. This game has all that, but like that's just a bump map, right? That's not actual geometry, it's a bump map. But then there's these like layers. I like it. It's cool. It makes things seem like they've been used. Ages them a bit. Like, look at this! This is beautiful! This is video games. Can you kill yourself with the green blocks? Here we go. Wait, did that do damage? No way. Nah, it didn't, I don't think. I don't even know why I did that. Nice. It's always cool seeing speedruns of games like this. The only game like this that I haven't liked, the only kind of platformer puzzle game that I didn't like was Quantum Conundrum. Quantum Conundrum had an amazing art style, some of the best narration, but the puzzles just weren't there. The puzzles just fell flat for me. I wasn't a fan. Ooh. That's interesting, having the red thing go at an angle. Alright, how do we do this? How do we do this? We can't move the green things. We're trying to get up there. And there's no white things around. So we have to use just this. Oh. Like this? Oh! I got it, I think. Wait, maybe I don't. Maybe I do? Alright, I don't think that is the exact way you're meant to do that. I think you're meant to do that slightly different. I can see another way. Actually, let me try the other way. Let me try the other way. And that was like a little bit of fall damage, in a way. I did like a Spider-Man fall. Superhero fall? Superhero pose? I don't know. I think you're meant to like do this. I think you're meant to do this to get up here. Whereas I use this. And then I use this to kick it out. I don't think you're meant to kick it out like that. I think you're just meant to do it the other way. Never mind. I used what's called the professional speedrun strat. You might have saw me use it on SGD Barbecue.
Quite a bit of altitude.
Does that mean I'm nearly at the top?
Not quite. These structures, all paths should lead to a central core. If you get there, we can figure out the best way to get you to the peak.
How do you know all of this?
We trained for a long time, Millie.
So what do you think these structures are?
Well, we know they have internal machinations and seem to perform tasks with no need for external input. A cybernetic system of sorts, reacting and adapting. The gloves were built to change that, or at least divert its functions temporarily.
But what's their purpose?
All I know is that we had to stop that vessel from colliding with Earth. The structure you're in, God knows what they're used for.
Oh.
Anyway, let's focus on finding that beacon as soon as possible.
Thoughts, ideas? Oh, because I got rid of the green. Right, I got rid of the green thing that the green thing comes out of. So that's why that did that. Alright, I'm trying to get up here. I can access all of those through the laser, but I can't go through the laser. And neither can the green block. And the green block is not like high enough for me to get out there on my own. So what I've got to do is try and get the green block from over there to over here maybe, and then stack it up on top of a red. Oh, okay. Does this look like that'll even work? Oh wait, no, I got it. I was so bad at games because you need it to be like that so that that can land on top of the other one. You need it to be like that. Fuck. Yeah, you need it to be like that so that can land on top. See? Good game. Good game. Middle mouse button to delete cube. Ooh. Alright. Oh, she does like a gesture to get rid of it. That's cool. Nice animations. Alright, we gotta get a green block to fly out here and hit this target. We got some rails. We can use the rails. Oh, right. I got it. Got him. And now I want to get over there. I want to get over there. This could be really simple. It could honestly just be this. I doubt it, but I'm gonna try. Can I not hump this? Okay. It is that simple. Nice. And what in the hell is this? It's like a dude popping a squat. It's Atlas.
Please, take me.
Take me.
My heart beats
But I want it to beat.
for you.
I want to become.
Come one.
She said we would become.
Come one. Don't leave me on my own.
Not without.
Her?
That male voice sounds like the dude from the first game.
What? What is it?
I think it's human, or was. Now I don't know what it is. A statue. And
This
it was
is
saying
weird.
something. No, not saying. A radio transmission of sorts. I don't know, this is messed up.
Millie, whatever it was, it just means we need to find the location of that signal as soon as possible. Okay? Then we can find a place to rendezvous.
Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry, it just... Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Let's just keep going, okay?
Man, this game. Actual story. See, there's a horror series called Q.U.B.E that some of you may have seen. Q.U.B.E is essentially a group of people are in a cube flying out in space. I think it actually reveals that it's in space really early on as well, similar to how Q.U.B.E does. And they have to do different challenges in each section of the cube to get to the other sections of the cube. Like they're like puzzles. There are, I believe, as many as 5 Q.U.B.E movies. I've seen Q.U.B.E 1, 2, and 3. I think it's Q.U.B.E, Hypercube, and then something else. Like they've got different names. So essentially, I think the movie was just going to be a one movie, right? They're in a cube and then they go through like holes like this. Actually, each of the 6 sides of the inside of the cube have holes to the other sections. And it's essentially an intelligence test set by aliens, monitored by
Emma,
these 2 guys
I've
that you
emerged
see in
into a large
Q3, I think.
chamber. Can you tell me how far I am from the beacon?
Your altitude shows that you're about halfway there.
They're really bad movies,
Strange machine in here.
but they're
I'm
worth
going to
watching.
investigate it, see if it can help me find my way around this place.
They're not amazing movies. Like they don't have great acting. They're not well edited. Their story is very strange, but you know.
I can't decipher this, Emma. The language is like nothing I've ever seen.
it's saying to
There are some things I can make out in illustration, Like, it seems to be a physical transportation machine.
Yeah, you gotta do each
An
section.
elevator or monorail that ascends. It's hard to understand. It's connected to the 3 doorways by these large cables. I wonder if it's something that can be powered, taking us towards the beacon.
Yeah, you gotta do each of the 3 sections, right? And then you get to go up.
I have no idea. But whatever it was, it seems to have turned this machine on, and it's opened one of the doors.
Oh, which
What are
one?
you going to do?
I'm going to follow this cable and find out what this machine does.
Be careful, Millie.
We still have 1 power missing. We have red, blue, and green. But there was a yellow power in Cube 1. Very abrupt change in music there. It's nice that this game does have that kind of ambient hum, ambient like whirring mechanical noises. As if stuff's being powered. It kind of sounds like an air conditioner. In a way.
Emma, can you read me?
I can. The signal's a lot better now.
Good. I found what these cables are connected to. It looks like a power reactor.
Do you think you can power it? Is it safe?
I don't know if it's safe for sure, but it certainly does something. There are 4 doorways connected to it via cables. One of them seems accessible.
How is
The door
that held
behind me
up?
is also locked, so it doesn't seem like I have much choice.
Is that held up by the rigidity of the tubing?
Follow the cable through the open door and see
Okay.
if there's a power source connected to it or a way to open these other rooms.
Got it.
Alright, we gotta power this big old sausage cable. A lot of elevators, which is kind of like in Portal 1. If you remember Portal 1, every level ended with an elevator. I think not so much in Portal 2, right? Portal 2 ended with you getting disassembled and then reassembled on another, like, room. Because you're a robot in Portal 2.
It looks like these cables lead through to more rooms. I'm gonna follow them. See if they connect to anything that can help power that central machine.
Good idea. Let me know if you find anything useful.
I have no idea what this is. Button? A button. Dude, that's cool. Look at this. Oh. I don't need to keep that button pressed down. Another thing to note is there doesn't really seem to be a fail consequence in this game. The game doesn't really give you a fail status. It's risky territory not giving your players a fail condition, because that is something that David Cage always talks about. And David Cage games, as you know, are terrible. So there's that. I hate David Cage games so much. Alright, I'm assuming green one presses this down. And then we're going up here. And then we gotta delete that so that we move back across, right? Was that it? I'm clever. I wonder how it is watching these games if you come in like midway through. Like, is it easy to grasp what I'm actually doing and, you know, work out the solutions to puzzles? Because things are pretty straightforward, but at the same time, you need to kind of know the rules. It's like if I was to go into a Dota 2 stream, I would kind of know what's going on because I've played League of Legends, but I wouldn't really know. Alright, that's too far. Yeah, that's too far. Let's forget that. So that builds up half the staircase by having one here. So we definitely want that, and then this will be the other half. No, what did this do? Oh! Okay. Alright, first things first, let's do this. And that lets us across here. And then maybe we stand here. And from here, this is where we work out what to do with the rest of the stuff? No, that can't be right. Oh, that's a button that when it's pressed forever. Never mind. So now I need to get the green over here. Which could just be that. Nope. Because all I need to do is get a green here so I can go up. If you could push the green, I could have just pushed it over there and then used that. Maybe. Alright, I'm kinda confused now. I gotta get the green block onto here. I can't just do that because it doesn't fall down in the right place. I can't bounce it off the blue one because it goes too far. I don't think I use this section at all, but maybe I do. Oh! 500 IQ. Gotta use the red one to stop it. Man, I love these types of games. I really do. Is that dirt or is that like... I like how this game doesn't feel as claustrophobic as the other one. The other one, you're in space, in this, like, thing.
Before. I wonder what it does.
Oh. I would not have tried that if I was there. It's sand, isn't it? Sand. It just looks like dirt when it's in the dark areas. Cool, we gotta get up there. Let's have a look. Do we just jump from here and then it fans us over? Almost, but not quite. Right, how do we get over there? Is there something on the roof? Is there anything down here? I don't know. Don't know. That's our end goal. We got a button here. It looks like the side of a button. So we need something to depress this to move the elevator. And then we probably delete something else. And that gets us moving. So we want like the green cube on the button and then, you know, delete it. Elevator starts moving, jump through the hole, done. We got these two, but I think those are not useful. We got the fan. And we can operate things through the wall. Nothing here. There is some change in the speed that you move if you fall into those at like a different height. Yeah, there you go. So if you fall in from like higher up, you come out faster. So just blue. Get up here. Yeah. So you either just jump on that. Oh, that's gonna blow me across. Alright. So you gotta do this. And then you gotta stand here. Pretend it's a diva ult and then, you know, shield yourself. Got him. Green doesn't work. Nicer. And now I'm thinking that maybe we try and get a green block up here. Oh, I get it. I get it, I get it. So we gotta go like this. Alright. We gotta run over. Stand on this. And like I said, you don't have to like do things quickly in this game. You don't have to mechanically do a lot. You don't have to like memorize 50 moves and then execute them perfectly. You just do the thing. This game is way better than Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7 can get wrecked. Oh, I think I get it. Alright, alright. So you need to get a green cube onto that left side thing. Okay. This could work, but I don't know. I'm gonna go for it. Hey. Is that a secret area? I'm gonna assume no. I don't know if this game does secret areas. Q.U.B.E did. Q.U.B.E had these secret areas, but they were like really kind of easy to find in a way.
That cable is connected to a terminal. It seems to have sent some form of energy back to that reactor and unlocked the other doors in this room. I'm going to check it out and follow the other cables attached to the reactor. Let's see what's behind these doors.
Maybe you're onto something here, Billy. Report on any changes.
Alright, so we got 1, 2, that's it. We got 1 and 2 left to do. Cool. Dude, I really like this game. I can't say it enough. Free, we got 3 doors, because that one's going to be blue to jump up there. Right. I'll BRB. I'm gonna go get a drink. I've got water, but I want something better than water. I want an upgrade. I'll be 2 minutes. What up? I'm alive. Where were we? What were we doing? We were doing stuff. Alright. I guess what we should do whenever we have buttons we can access, we should try and press them all, because some of the buttons stay on forever. So we should always try and see if we can set the always on buttons on first. And Bongo Bongo, thanks for the host arena. We're playing Q.U.B.E. It's pretty dank. It's more than dank. I'm really liking this game. This game is a million times better than Resident Evil 7. Okay. So we can blow the cube along, but we can't move it physically. That doesn't really. Oh, it does help us. It does. I'm totally. That does help us. And there you go. Actually, that doesn't quite help me. Huh. It doesn't quite help me. Because I need this to be depressed. And this. No, wait. Wait, I've got it. No, wait, I've got it. Right. And then blue. And then you get rid of this. Puzzle God! There had to be a reason why it was a 2x2. And not just like individuals in a row. What a bongo. Bongo, this game is fucking amazing. You should buy this game. It's in the Steam sale. It's 10 out of 10. It's called Q.U.B.E. Electric Boogaloo. We're doing every type of thing imaginable. We're pressing buttons. We're solving puzzles. What more could you want in a video game, right? I should get a sponsorship from Q.U.B.E. From the Q.U.B.E. devs. Oh, this. Oh, no! Alright, right. I think I know what you need to do with this one. You need to use those two white parts. You need to make them into reds so that you can block the wind. So like this, you block the wind, and then once you're past this side, you block the wind from the other side. Spent too much. I felt like I'd spent too much, then I got a refund. Man. I really did need to refund that Resident Evil 7. I wasn't liking it as much as I thought I would. I thought it was going to be like a lot closer to RE1. Just wasn't that great. Cool. I actually got the refund and immediately bought Shape Lab, which is one of the non-voxel based 3D sculpting programs for VR. I haven't actually tried a VR sculpting program yet, and I'm kind of losing out on my Vive subscription because I'm subscribed to a thing called Viveport, where you get 5 games for £8 a month and you get to just try them, and it's a good deal. And like this week, I actually got a £15 game called Guns and Stories, which I was gonna buy off Steam in the Steam sale. I actually got that essentially for free, but since I bought Viveport, I got it for £8. And it's a pretty good way to try different programs. I tried Shape Lab, I think. I tried some 3D sculpting program in VR, and it felt really good, but I didn't get long to try it before my Vive died. So, you know. So I bought Shape Lab on Steam, and I'm thinking about trying some of the other ones with the Viveport subscription. They should actually refund me some of the Viveport subscription, just because of, you know, not having a Vive. Alright, that was green. We got the green to work. Cool. We got a couple more to power. That was a really weird ending to a room. We came out the door that we went in. Right, step on this, it moves that. Okay. And step on this, it's gonna move that. So this is pretty straightforward. This is most likely going to be a green, right? Maybe. And we want to be up here. We want to find a way of getting ourselves up here. So, the first problem is getting yourself elevation. We need to move ourselves up in this axis. So how do we do that? Oh, I think I get it. I think we have to knock a green block across here and then push it up this way and then jump like jump like this. Alright, that's a toughie. That is a toughie. Alright, I'll try. Where is this lining up though? That's lining up a little bit too shallow. See? I think that's lining up a little bit too shallow. We would need this to be over here so that I could move it this way. Are you cheerleading me, Bongo? I appreciate the cheerleading. Clap your hands if I believe. Woo, go Dap. I don't think it's gonna work. I think that's how you do it though. It must be. Oh! Doi! You use that and then you use this. And then you drop down another block and the block kicks out and then you roll up. Yep, okay. Are you kidding me? There was fucking stairs here all along? Okay, never mind. We couldn't have pressed this button until we got up here. I'm pretty sure that that wasn't a staircase that I missed. Because you couldn't have got up there. That was the point. Look, you can only jump 1 block at a time. You can't jump 2. You've got a really long jump. Like, your jump is... I'm gonna jump when I hit the orange and see how far I go. Your jump is about 3.5 blocks in length, but in height it's only 1. Like in Minecraft. Ow. Oh wait, give you a D. D! Is that good enough? I think I've told this story already, but my nephew Jack, if you tell him letters, like if you say R, he goes R, D, D, and then when you say W, he goes he doesn't care. It's amazing. He just says like a noise that sounds like a W. It's pretty great. I think the closest he's got to saying W is saying a double D. Alright, that moves that along. Let's use our thinking heads for a minute. Dude, it is super hot. Is it Thursday? It's meant to be 30 degrees Celsius in Scotland. I don't know what the temperature was today, but it was pretty high. And it's kind of extra stuffy for me because I'm having to have the window closed because of the pollen. Pollen counts are meant to be really high on Wednesday and Thursday as well, because it's been so dry, it hasn't rained. You get lucky though, sometimes you get summer storms and that like clears it up a bit. What are we gonna do? It's not this, because we know what that does. Do I just jump onto that platform? Like make it red? Alright. And then to delete the green, I think we have to just change this to blue. Hey! 39 degrees. Are they high? Why are they living there if it's 39 degrees? You know what I mean? Just move. Just move. That's like living on the surface of the sun and then complaining about how hot it is. The other thing, I was watching a vlog. I was watching like a vlog of this other streamer, and he said something that I thought sounded really stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it sounded really dumb, and I thought he was like talking out his ass. He said that the reason the pollen counts in the UK are so high is because of all the farmers spraying their fields with stuff, and it increases the pollen count and blah blah, right? And I was like, you know, but they do that every year and whatever. Apparently it's true. Apparently like the amount of pollen in the air has actually gone up a lot in the last couple of years, and it's because of farming. Like, it's not to do with anything natural or any like nature conservation. It's literally to do with farmers. You know, with farmers, farmers gonna farm. This is an odd one. I think it's this. I think it's this. And then when it gets along, we get rid of the red. So the red is blocking the wind from moving the green one. And then the green one will move on to the blue, get knocked in the air and hit this. Got him. This game would be sick in VR. It would be it'd actually really work. This is the type of game that would work. It would make you motion sick, but it would also be dank. So there's that. Oh, and then you make this blue. Pop that on there. And oh no, that's got to be red. Right, wait, that's got to be red. Wait, Wait, you're in Athens right now? I thought you just went on holiday and came back. Oh, when you were in Athens. What the fuck? Oh god. I completely misread that. I missed the when I. Dude, I would never go someplace that's that hot. Seriously, I really wouldn't. Like, if I went to Japan or someplace like, you know, in Asia, I would pick the time of the year where the temperatures are closer to the temperatures that we have here. I know a lot of people go abroad because, you know, for the heat and for the weather, but I mean, I think there's other reasons to holiday someplace different.
What is that?
I think whatever
Here we
you're
go.
doing in there is having an effect on the greater structure.
Let's hope it's a good thing. This reactor seems to be fully
39
powered and is
men.
sending something back to that machine. I'm gonna check it out.
So is this fully powered now? I was expecting the base plate to heat up or something. Like the base plate to go red. However, I guess that's every puzzle in that room. That room was really nice. I liked it. It doesn't feel like you could, it doesn't feel like you need to do these levels in any sequence. I just went around the room clockwise. I don't know if anybody even noticed that. I went around clockwise. And then from the bigger room, I just chose at random, I think. Look at that. When it came out of the load screen, it's looking at the cube. Amazing. They need to come out with a game called Sphere, where it's all spheres instead of cubes. That'd be amazing.
Emma, from what I can tell, this machine is powered by a third, and another door connected to it has opened. How fascinating.
Okay, Millie,
How
I trust your
fascinating.
judgment.
She sounds like Lara
Let's
Croft.
see if it actually works as you think when all thirds are powered.
I'm on it.
Alright, this is the next one then. So maybe you do have to do them in a sequence. It still hasn't given me yellow. I have not seen yellow, but this is yellow. So maybe we'll get the yellow power in here. Yellow lights at the side and stuff. Yeah, and one called triangle, where it's just all made out of triangles. I'm just imagining that wall being made out of spheres, and then as soon as the map loads, it all just crumbles to the ground. What up, Sandy? Sandy, this game is amazing. It's way better than Resident Evil 7. No. It is really good, though. I think you'd enjoy this game, because you played Portal and liked that, right? I think everybody's played Portal at this point in time. So, I am guessing as well that you can't sequence break here. This is why I think it's going to give me the yellow power. It reminds me a little bit of The Witness, but The Witness was such a slow-paced game.
What these are used for.
You know, that's where the similarity really ends. Alright, so we can activate. Oh, shit! That almost killed me. I thought that was gonna, like, crush me. Alright, we go up here, and then maybe we just do this. Yep, we do. We use that as like a giant flipper flapper. That's right, Bongo. A flipper flapper. I'm waiting for Bongo to type flipper flapper in chat. That's cool though. A new mechanic from Q.U.B.E. Right. I'm not seeing any. What you eventually notice is combinations of squares begin to have different, like, things they can do. right? So for example, if you had like some whites up here, you could drop a green, blue, and then hit something with it. I'm not seeing anything I can do immediately. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything I can immediately do with this. I guess it's just a path. It's just to get used to the path mechanism. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yep. It's just to get used to using this as a path. Yeah. Yep, flipper flapper. I mean, what else are you gonna call that? Right? What else are you gonna call that? It flips and it flaps. What else is it gonna be called? A single axis rotating 90 degree rotating bridge? I mean, it's a flipper flapper, right? Alright. Cool, cool. I'm glad we cleared that up. Ah, so that's how we get up there. A single axis, a 90 degree rotating lever bridge is better than flipper flapper? I don't think so. And then we do the same thing now that we're up here. And that lifts that up. Shit, we gotta delete that. Do that when we're over here. You guys ever had like the blue Powerade? You ever had blue Powerade? The stream is not sponsored by blue Powerade, but you ever had it? It tastes like blue ice poles. It's like melted blue ice poles, and it's an isotonic drink, so you can like taste the added like vitamins and minerals and stuff. You can taste it. You can taste the sugars and the salts. It's not really sweet though, and it's really like light. Like it's not carbonated. It doesn't taste like the yellow Lucozade. Like it doesn't have that, I don't know, sugariness to it. I quite like Powerade. I'm not a big fan of like energy drinks like Relentless and stuff like that. I have one maybe like every month or whatever. I like Relentless lemonade. I like the caffeine taste in the lemonade. But, you know. Isotonic drinks are a different type of thing entirely. You know, people think the Lucozade is for like sports people and athletes and stuff. Isotonic drinks do actually help with that. The carbonated sugary ones don't, but the ones that have salts and B vitamins, they do help with that. They do rehydrate you.
I was. As were many.
Because it gets all the water back into your muscles.
Develop this
basically.
Manipulation technology.
All the electrolytes.
For years, since it entered the solar system, intercepting signals from it, decoding them.
Hey,
We learned about its structure.
I love Old Spice, right? But you can't drink it. It's the one thing you can't do.
I'm wearing.
It was going to kill everyone on Earth, Millie. It was an invasion.
Sorry. I just need to orient myself. That's all. You've got to admit this situation is somewhat out of the ordinary.
I know.
Have you heard how many times that
Not what I expected either.
that Amelia says sorry? Also, I think that Amelia and the woman she's talking to are the same person. I know it sounds dumb, right? But I feel like they're the same person and that she's hallucinogizing. No! Alright, I just did that wrong. I don't even quite know the right way of doing this though. I think you fire that over there and then you make this red, extract it, move that over, and then you flip this back up. And then you fire yourself over on top of that as well. Using the flipper flapper, which we discussed earlier. If I ever got sponsored by Old Spice, I would sell out. I would wear like an Old Spice t-shirt and hat, and I would have like Old Spice frame around the stream and a banner. I would change, like I would have a overlay for top sub, and it would say like Oldest Spice and stuff like that. Totally. And what up, Grummeldunk? I'm loving this game, dude. It's 10 out of 10. It's better than Portal. Tell you that much for free. Would you drink Old Spice to get sponsorship? At this point, yes. At this point, yes. I'm committed. Alright, that doesn't quite take me anywhere. So the way these fans work, the higher up you drop into them, the higher up you come back out with them. Which made me think that that's what I had to do there. We do have this rotatey boy though. Maybe we just jump into it from here. Oh wait, I think I got it. Nope, okay, that was dumb. Let's have a think. Let's have a think. Alright, so, for those who have just joined, specifically Grummeldunk and Sandals if you're still here, we can change any of these white cubes to any of these three colors, red, green, and blue. The green one makes a cube. The cube cannot be pushed by the player, but it can be moved by everything else. And you can delete it. The same way you can delete the red one. The red one just comes up and it's not a separate object, so it can't be blown around. It is attached. Like if you look at the difference between the green and the red, the green one isn't attached, the red one is. And then if you see one of these blue and white panels, those have like an action that you can manipulate. And the object is always to go up to these cube doors. So, what we're trying to do is get me up to there using these three things. You also can't have more than one of each. So you can't have like 2 reds or 2 greens or 2 blues. You can't have that. There are certain puzzles in Q.U.B.E where I believe possibly there was already a red on the wall and you could have that red in addition to your own. I think. But not in this game. Not yet, at least. So my plan is something like this. Okay, that was very close. That was very close. The way the fans work though is the higher you are when you jump into them, the higher you come back out. Okay. And these blue pads are kind of like softened cushion mat things. There's no fall damage in the game, but they kind of indicate where you're meant to fall if you are meant to fall. Is this as simple as that? Is it just blue the whole time? Are you serious? That was really easy. But I guess that's a new mechanic. I guess that's a new mechanic. Alright, we got flipper flappers. Oh my lord. Whoa! Did you see that? Uh-oh. Oops. 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 Okay. This is cool. Does it flip all the way? Oh, I get it, I get it. It has to flip like this, and then this becomes a walkway this way. There you go. Look at that. Any story? Yes. So in Q.U.B.E, it's revealed really early on that you're on some type of giant floating space cube, right? And you have to solve the puzzles in order to stop the cube from crashing into the Earth. You've essentially to blow up in the air, Armageddon style, so that it doesn't hit the Earth. And in this one, well, this is where I'm not sure. It's 6 months ago when I played Q.U.B.E 1, and I think you play Q.U.B.E 1 as a guy. In Q.U.B.E 2, you play as a girl after the escape pod goes off. So, I thought it was the escape pod from Q.U.B.E 1. But now I'm not so sure. And you land on like an alien dust planet, like a kind of deserty planet that you can kind of see outside. But that could be an illusion, who knows. And what you're trying to do is power up the big old machine that's in here, and then that's going to, I don't know, get you to safety or something. I love those flipper flappers. That is such a cool mechanism. Look at that. That's cool. It's like those servo motors you get to make your own robots. You know when people have like robot fighting in Japan? Oh, this is story. This is lower.
No, I don't think it's humane
To lock her away.
She needs,
Medical attention.
and she needs to be looked after. You don't know what you're dealing with.
James, so just do me a favor and
Drop the management bullshit.
shit.
Okay. I'm a flipper flapper. I mean, I'd rather be a flipper flapper than a flipper flopper. Gonna go with that. I'm gonna
Okay.
go with that.
Let's power these other rooms.
When we jump down here, we're gonna do a superhero pose. Check it out. Hooah! Superhero pose. Alright. I'm guessing this room. We still don't have a yellow power, but that might not even be in the game. Yellow power was in Q.U.B.E 1. That was the 4th power that we get, I think. I think you start off with red in Q.U.B.E 1. Whereas here we started off with blue. We got a... what I can only describe as some type of spinner spanner. I can only describe it as that. Those sides seem identical. So, I don't know what to describe this as. I mean, it's a 90-degree turning, free-faced. I don't know. Oh. Oh. I get it. I think. Yeah, I get it. So you need to make this a red to extract it. Drop down the green and then suck it back in with the red. Right? And then this becomes a blue. And then you change the blue to this. Now, I'm gonna go over why you can't just use this as a blue and then change this to a blue. Because when you change this to a blue, you've destroyed the initial green origin point. And if the green origin point is destroyed, then the green cube is also destroyed. Make sense? So like, you can't just do this, because that doesn't work. So you've got to go through this. Not quite like that, but similar. Like that. So that lets me in here. And from in here... Oh, this is going to be a staircase that leads me up to this, and then that's the end of this level. Then we just leave. So we know roughly what we're doing. Okay. I think that the next thing is going to be using this as a red. Generating a green. Spinning it around. Yeah, like this, like this. And then this becomes a blue, and then you get rid of the red. There you go. And then I think this is going to be a single press button. Which it is. You press it once, and you don't need to press it again. And that gives us half the staircase. And then the next one is this, which I already did. Nice. I already did it. And then that's going to be a single press button, which means you don't need to weigh it down. And we're out. That was really easy. I did that one on accident just by spinning the thing, the spinner spanner. Bye, Bongo. Thanks for the host, and thanks for dropping in. Saw a tweet today, retweeted by my main man, Gross Gore, who said, it was a tweet from a female streamer, I can't remember her name, and she said, it doesn't matter if you host somebody for 0 views, or 1 view, or if you even have any followers. What matters is that you were thinking of the streamer that you hosted. And that was some wholesome shit. You feel me? You feel me, fam? I'm not entirely sure where I'm going. Just like I wasn't sure where I was going with that sentence. But, you know. It happens. I'm not sure where I'm going. Wait a minute. If I flipper flapper this, does that help? It does. It be do. So we got an elevator wall. Right. And then we got 1 flipper flap. Okay. So I'm probably not going to be able to kick myself off of that. No. Well, if you have 0, I guess it doesn't really make much sense. But even if you have like 4 or 5, if somebody is looking at their following page and say they only follow like 2 streams that are online and 2 streams that are hosting, then one of those 4 options is this stream. You know? You'll often see that. Well, one thing I think they need to change with the way hosting works, when you click following and it has all your live streams and you can click browse for more and then it has hosting, I think the browse for more thing should be expanded already, because it sounds dumb, but it's 2 clicks to see the smaller streams that you're following, even though you might watch them more than the big ones. You might just be following the big streams because everybody else does, but then you're really most interested in the smaller ones you follow, right? Where, like, I don't know, people know your name or stuff like that. And then the other thing they should do is, if more than one person is hosting the same big stream, they should just make that 1 panel instead of making it multiples. Because that doesn't make a lot of sense. When you're looking at a page that is, I think it's like a row of 8, 8, 8, and 8. If you're looking at that, that's 32 options. It doesn't make sense for 12 of them to be a stream that's being hosted that you don't follow. Because streams don't show up in the hosted section if you're already following them, as far as I know. No, wait, they do. They didn't used to. They didn't used to for the first little while, but they do now. They do. Because I remember that. Because a lot of people are hosting the GDQs right now. By the way, I'm stalling for time because I'm kind of stuck on this part. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. I think I have to try and get over there, but I'm not sure how. All I can think is maybe this. But I've never done this before. Okay, that works, kind of. You have to air strafe though, so it probably doesn't work if you have to air strafe. Yeah, it probably doesn't work if you have to air strafe. I think you have to type /host and then a space, then the username in your own channel. I don't think you can host from other people's channels, because the reason they don't have that is, for example, a mod could host a channel on my channel. So I think that's why you can't do it from anybody else's chat but your own. That could work. That could work. Wait a minute, this works. Grumbledunk, thanks for the host arena. How many followers do you have, Grumbledunk? Do you have 1 follower? Got 1? I think I'm following you. Wait, I think I'm following you. Wait a minute. I'm being rude. I think I'm actually following you. I'm not. I'm an asshole. I'm not. I'm an ass. There, I'm following you now. I've even got notifications turned on. And on that note, I really need to pee. So I'll be RB. You haven't streamed in 3 years. The longest break I've had from streaming is 10 months. That was the longest. I think the 10 months away was worth it though, because those first couple of streams back, I had enough viewers to make affiliate within, I think, 3 weeks, which I wouldn't have had if I'd kept streaming, I don't think. Because my numbers were going way down. Alright, I still don't know what to do with this puzzle. I don't think you use anything that's on the floor at this point. Like, I don't see how that could help me do anything up here. I'm trying to get my body up there. We've worked out that you can do this, and then you can turn this part blue, and that gets you a jump. Does this part need to be red, maybe? To block you when you're doing the jump? Oops. Hey! And then elevator up. And I think you need to take a green block with you. Oh! Are you fucking kidding me? Wait, is that why this is here? So that if you fuck it up, you don't need to restart? Is that why they've got a block either side of the hinge? No way. Alright. I can dig it. That's cool. That's cool. Nice. I don't know if that's there for like the aesthetic reasons of having the hinge have somewhere to be supported, or if that is just like really good. Well, yeah, it probably is, because if you were to take this block and move it here and take this block and move it here, you can have it hinged in the middle, right? Wow. Amazing stuff. I'm impressed. Right. So, we did that part. Do we have any other rooms open? I think there was some things on the floor here to jump up. Yep. I kind of like that you don't have to be mechanically skilled to complete this game. You could probably complete this game without actually having the ability to like really move the mouse fast and, you know, air strafe and stuff like that. I think that's completely optional. If you wanted to do it quicker, maybe, then you'd have to. Alright, we definitely need a green block over here. So, flipper flapper. Engaged. And is there a control for it over here? There isn't. Huh. Oh. Alright. So, green block lifts us up. And what we want to do is fire a green block into this. Now, this isn't... If this was like rotated 90 degrees, I could just go green, blue, and then fire it across, but it's not. So, I probably need to... I mean, I could walk on this, but there's no point. Oh, yeah, there is. Is this a one press? No, it's not. It is a long press. So, flipper flapper. Spawn a green block. Flap it up. Break that shit open. And then do a walk back around to fall down. Oops, 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 oops. I'm not standing on the thing yet. And then we go up. And we do the same thing that the green block did. Oh! We can't! We can't do the same thing that the green block did. Because we don't have anybody to press the thing over there. Okay. Huh. Oh! But we can have somebody to press it. Because now that this is broken, which is a single time thing, we can do this. And then we can use that to... There we go, see? Brains. Done. And done. As long as we don't delete the green thing, then we're fine. Oh, wait. No. No, wait. We only have one green thing. So how do we raise ourselves up? Oh, okay. It's the order that you do it. It's the order that you do it has to be perfect. Alright, right. This time for real. So you do what I just did. That's all correct. Man, it's like watching a speedrunner. I know. It's hard to keep pace, right? And then I move off of this. Wait. Oh yeah. No? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't know if that was the intended solution. I think it is. Let's just go with that being correct, right? Why not?
That rumbling again.
I hope that was it.
Do you think this whole structure is some form of machine?
I don't know. The object that was going to collide with Earth, we thought it was a vessel, but after being on it, it was totally empty. Like it was a self-sufficient machine.
I guess we'll find out soon enough when the last third is powered. I hope this works.
That was 2/3 of the thing. I hope this isn't near the end of the game. So far we're about 2 hours in. If you're not a puzzle god like me, this would probably take you a good month of playing, but you know, I'm a puzzle god, so it doesn't take me that long. When you're a puzzle god like me, it doesn't take that long. Okay. The last third. We still don't have the yellow power, so maybe that just
Only one
doesn't
more
exist.
reactor to power.
This is the last part. So you see like the big tubes? The small tubes open the doors, and then the big tubes, you know, power the thing. So we got this part to power, which is from this section. It won't. I was gonna say it would be really cool if when we've done this part, it like throws us back into that other room in some dramatic way, but it can't because it's got this elevator. Clever though. The way it's all put together. It's really clever. I wonder if they use Legos like Hideo Kojima. Have you guys ever looked at Hideo Kojima's Twitter or Instagram and seen him use his Beatles Yellow Submarine toys and his Hannibal Funko Pops and his Legos? Kojima has literally used Legos for game design since, I think, Metal Gear 1. The very first Metal Gear.
The last one.
Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 doors in here. It explains flat characters. Wow. Are you referring? Wait. Have you seen Quiet in MGS5? She's the opposite of flat. Oh, baby. Wait. Is that not the flat you meant? Christ. Wow. Yeah, his level designer on MGS5
Magnetism.
used Legos too. Oh! Magnets? Fucking magnets. How do they work? And I don't want to talk to a scientist, because y'all motherfuckers lying and making me pissed. Alright, I guess we see how magnets work. You could just change the polarization. They're kind of like just... No, wait, that's not changing the polarization. That's just an electromagnet being on and off. That isn't flipping the poles. Nice. Look at these colors. Look how good this game looks. Come on. Look at it. It's fucking amazing. It's beautiful. It looks like Mirror's Edge meets Portal, but then everything's glossy instead of being matte like in Portal, because they couldn't handle reflections on that engine at the time. At least not this many. It's so good. Alright, I got this, I got this. It is green and blue. And then along here. And then drop it. Oh, shit. No. Oh! This is red. Ow! Cool. Where's the white tiles? Oh, there. Alright. Standard green-blue combination. Really standard green-blue combination. It's becoming like a thing. Read the Telltale is switching to Unity over their old engine. Has Unity ever been used for great games beyond indie? I believe yes. I believe there's been a lot of popular games using Unity, hasn't there? I mean, even RPG Maker has had games like Undertale, right? Wasn't RPG Maker Undertale? I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. You know what? When I'm looking at like the list of Unity games, Overcooked is really good, but in terms of being like it's not the same as that. That Dragon Cancer, super hot, super hot. There you go. That's it. That's all I need to say. If you've never played Super Hot is amazing, and Super Hot VR is amazing as well. Not Super Hat. Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's good. I'm looking at all these. I don't even know. Gwent, the Witcher card game. That's a thing. Ooblets. Wait, no, wait. I'm thinking of Slime Rancher. I don't know. It seems like a few. It's not really about the engine though, right? It's more about like what you do with it. Because, yeah, Unity's been used for everything from like crappy mobile games to pretty amazing titles, to be honest. Yeah, everything from Temple Run 2, Tesla Effect, the Tex Murphy Tesla Effect, that was a full game. That was really good. I guess it has. I think like mostly, like you're saying, like anything other beyond indie. I don't know then. If you're saying like to get rid of all the indie games, I don't know. But like Ori and the Blind Forest was fucking awesome. I've never played it because it actually rendered all the cutscenes upside down on my graphics card. And, you know, that kind of stopped me playing it. But I did watch people play it. I don't know. Yeah, Super Hot was a good game. I loved playing Super Hot VR. I played through it. I played through the whole thing twice, and it was pretty great. It was pretty great. Gotta like give it props for being one of the best VR games. It was one of the best. Have you guys seen this? This giant Trump? You seen this? When Donald Trump visits the UK on the 13th of July, they want to fly this giant, I think it's a 6-meter tall Donald Trump baby over the Houses of Parliament. So they're waiting to get permission. They have to get permission from the Mayor of London. I kind of think they should be allowed to. They want to do it under protest. Like, you know, laws, I guess? Protest laws? They want to, like, say it's a protest. I'm not sure how I'm gonna hit this target with this brick. I mean, you can see what's going on. I don't know. Isn't Unity one of these applications where you can expand on it with like different shaders and stuff like that as well, and essentially make it look like anything? I know that Unity games have a look to them. They have this cel-shaded flat look to them, but judging by what people have managed to do in VR chat, people have managed to include some pretty, you know, crazy shaders into their skins and creations and stuff. Yeah, I don't get this at all. I really don't get this. This is the first, like, room. This really stuck me. I don't get it. Oh, wait. think I got it? No. No. Yeah, I don't get this at all. What the fuck? I just did it by accident. Let me see if I can see what I did. I think I had to turn this on and off at the right moment. What? Oh! I just had to like lock it to this left-hand wall first, then fire it across the repeller one? Okay. That was different. Pretty sure that I have to fire myself over this way. Like this. Okay, never mind. Huh. How do I get up there then if I don't walk on it? Alright. Oh, wait, maybe I just set it to repel. Yeah, you just set it to repel. So this top one's on repel, then you set this to attract, then repel, and then you fire through. Easy peasy. I'm still thinking about what you said about like Telltale moving their games to Unity. I don't know what they're using right now, but what my point was going to be is Unity games don't exactly have a whole bunch of shaders and particle effects and shit like that anyway. So I could imagine them being able to get things to look identical and also have the advantage of being able to run on multiple platforms very easily, including like Mac and Android, right? They'll have their reasons for why they're moving, but I don't think their games really... They're like Nintendo games. They're like Nintendo games. They're not really gonna look that much better. They're just gonna get like slight texture bumps, slight model bumps. They're not gonna, you know, be rendering shit like this. This isn't what a Telltale game's ever gonna look like because it's not what they aim for, right? Oh. Huh. Ah. Fuck. The Game of Thrones Telltale game I thought was ass. I did not understand what was going on, and I've seen the entirety of Game of Thrones. At that point, I'd seen every Game of Thrones episode leading up to Game of Thrones twice. When the first chapter was released, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like, we played it on stream. I didn't like it. It just didn't... I don't fucking get it. I thought it was trash. Yeah, I thought it was trash. Simple as that. Walking Dead Season 2 I didn't mind too much. You felt like it had everything is bad Telltale approach? Do you mean like there's no good options no matter what you decide? I'm opening a window. I'm absolutely dying here. Ugh. We're opening a window and we're putting the fan on number 3. It's been on 2 the entire stream, and yeah, Dying. What temperature even is it? Let me check the temperature. Apparently it was a peak of 22 today. So my room is probably like 24. It's probably not incredibly hot by like most people's standards, but it's hot for me. It's around 30, dude. When it's 30, I'm gonna have that window off its hinges. And our windows do this thing, right? I don't know if it's like, alright. Our windows do this. If this is our window, it can do this, right? For like a little bit, like it could kick out like this, or it can hinge completely this way. But the thing that stops it hinging completely that way is the support thing for my blinds, where my blinds drop down, so it can't open this way all the way. So I normally have it like this. And it's not enough. I feel like it needs to be like that, like all the way. Like standard European PVC windows, right? That's what kind of sucks. The other thing that sucks is, like, it faces out into the garden where my room is. So people can hear me when I'm streaming and stuff, and I get complained at every fucking time. Like, literally every time I'll have somebody say, like, could you mind, like, not shouting, not talking so loud, and it's like, I don't fucking know, fam. How do I move this? I don't get this at all. I really don't get this at all. Wait, can we exit the gate? Wait a minute. Oh, almost. Did you see that? You can almost, like, go out of bounds. Or not out of bounds, but, like, out of the room. Look. There's big invisible walls. I need to hit this with a block. It's pretty obvious that I need to, like, fire the block in a way that is going to blow off the fans, and that's going to give it momentum this way, and then it hits it. However, I don't quite know how the fuck that's meant to happen. Oh. Literally just set it to repel and it does it on its own. Okay. Hello? Game? I would like to... Alright, whatever. Oh. What? Oh, because I'm trying to get down there. Oh. Alright, it has to be this. You have to set it bouncing because you can't control it once you're through here. So it has to stick to that. Or not, because I didn't set it to attract. I set it to the other opposite. Fuck me. I did it wrong. It feels way better having the fan on the higher setting and the window open. Feels way better. Alright. So now fuck. What the hell? Huh? Oh! I think I get it. Apparently I don't get it. I thought you had to set this to... What the fuck? That one does it somehow. Maybe I... Jesus Christ. $400 IQ.
You said that someone else destroyed the object. Who were they?
Some other scientist or military personnel that were
Yeah,
sent.
it was a military
Why did
guy.
they send individuals? Why not teams?
To increase our chances, each would jump to different parts of the vessel, transported.
What, like
Oh!
teleported?
Yes, some people lost their memory in tests. Others went mad. A portion were fine, of
What the
course.
fuck?
It was difficult to predict.
Is that what happened to me? I mean, how long have I been out for?
I don't know how long we've both been asleep, Millie. And yes, it's possible. Hopefully your memories will come back.
So that's what happened in Cube 1. There wasn't just one dude that was sent. It was a bunch of people split up in different sections. Alright. Alright, we got a spinner spanner here. And I'm gonna go AFK a minute so I can get more ice for my water. Because my water is like, I don't know. It's almost boiling. I feel it's simmering right now. I'll BRB. Man, I take so many breaks. I normally don't even take breaks when I stream. I go to the bathroom and I get water. I don't take like, 10 minutes or whatever. Alright. So we got a standard green onto blue situation going on, I feel. Fuck, how did I do that wrong? Really? And then that gives us something that moves. Oh! But you can't take it around with you. Oh, okay. Right. So, what else do we have? Okay. Got a yellow button there. fuck. I think we're trying to get ourselves up to that platform. There's no way the game would want you to fire a cube over there onto that yellow button blind when you can barely even see that it exists, right? So I think it's this way, like this. Make yourself a green, and then stick it to that. Spin it round. And I think we've got to find a way of traveling on the blue. Or traveling on the green or the blue. Like... Fuck, this might be dumb. No. That solution seems so inelegant that I didn't think it was going to be the correct one anyway. But I thought it was worth trying that. Alright. We can kick this out, but then it doesn't do anything. Huh. Maybe if we got rid of that entirely, put a green here, spun it around, and then change this underneath one to a blue, then I can kick myself over. No. Amazing, but that does nothing. What about this? This has to be useful for something. Ah, the up and down motion of that is powered by that button that's over here. Shit. The struggle is real. This is the first puzzle that's really kicked my ass. The rest of them have been pretty straightforward and just like using the tools it gives you. If I'm not trying to change my own elevation using the green and blue, then maybe I'm trying to stick myself to it. Like this. This is clumsy. I mean, it's clumsy, but if it works, right? I don't know if this is intended. I mean, that is a blue pad, so I'm assuming that that was intended. Alright. So now if we set that to repel, green this. Okay, not quite what I was going for. Fuck! Jesus Christ! That's loud as fuck! Stevie, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Wow. Right, I need to lower the volume of that sub alert by like 50%, maybe more. Jesus Christ. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Wow. That was loud as shit. Welcome to Cornflakes. That's the name of our subgroup. It's Cornflakes now. No, don't question it, Stevie. Help me do puzzles. You know, just help me do puzzles. Don't question Cornflakes. I fucking shit myself, dude. Fuck. I'm still recovering, right? Give me a minute. Give me a minute to, like, comprehend how fucking loud that was. Jesus. Right. The only thing I can think is that maybe we use the blue. We try and get a green over here, and then we use the blue. But how do I get a green over there when it doesn't like firing greens? It does not like putting greens over there. At all. Can make this a blue. No, that doesn't work. Yep. A little bit. It's this kid called Andy's Pistols who reviews pistols on YouTube, and he shouts, "Mom, get me some cornflakes." And then I put the old sub alert with the new one, so now it has air horns, right? Maybe for the next sub alert, I'll just add that on top as well. God's sake, that's loud. It's super loud. I'm gonna come down from here and we'll try and work out what we need to do. We definitely need to find a way of getting ourselves onto a green block that's over there. So maybe the way is to like plan your route effectively, like this, so that you can get the green block all the way around. Is that attracting? Attracting. And then this. Fuck, we're meant to be on that. Shit. Alright, never mind. Alright, attracting, and then up, and then clip this corner. No, okay. I'll get it eventually. This has definitely been the longest puzzle though. The rest of them have been pretty easy. And we are 2 hours and 15 into the game. Maybe they knew this one was going to be difficult. Oh no, it's... No wonder. It's not clipping this corner, because that's not like good game development. It's this big button in front of you. And then it's this. Right? And then from here, it's green onto a tractor. No, it's not. Alright. This is definitely the hardest so far. I really don't know. I think the idea is to eventually get a green block here, right? Or a blue block here, and then use that to bounce your ass off this, and then you go through that door. It could be really obvious and I'm just missing it. Maybe it's something really simple. Alright, you definitely fly that way. See how there's a blue map thing? That means you have to hit that map, traveling at like some speed. So it has to be a green. You have to get a green here. There is no other way. How low does that go down? Oh! Oh! Alright. Reset this again. I think that I'm doing it right, but in the wrong order. See, like you can stand up here, which is something I never really thought about. Maybe you stand up here and you no, fuck, that doesn't work. We still haven't used this part. If we change the polarization of this, I keep saying polarization. If we change it from attract to what's the opposite of attract? Repel. If we change it to repel, we fly over there, right? But we lose our green block. Our green block becomes stranded. I want the green block here. But I can't activate the stuff that's on the other side of this pillar when I'm standing there. Alright, let's just assume that this is the right way. Let's just assume. And go. Wait a minute! No. Nah. I was gonna say, does that pass by in such a way that you can just do this? It do. It be do. Okay. It is either that I hit this into my own face. And then... No, wait. What the fuck? Wait. I don't think this is the intended way, because look, I'm kind of clipped on this, but if I get rid of that, this raises me up so I can stand on mountains, right? This is totally wrong. There's no way this is right. There's no way I'm supposed to be standing on 2 pixels on the side of this. I am 100% sure that that is not the right way to do this. Like 100%, because you're meant to land on these blue pads, but I am going to choose to, like, you know, not go back and do the other way. There's no way that that was right. There's no way. There's no way that I'm meant to clip onto 2 pixels, because no other puzzle is like that inelegant. It's... Fuck it. We did it now.
Something is really
That
wrong.
ace.
She's alive.
And reacting.
But I just can't get her to
Let go of it.
Yeah.
And I'll call
the extraction team.
See if they
Number 92 in the world for Bad Rats high scores. Number 92 in the world for Bad Rats high scores. Unbeaten. Nobody's knocked me out of position 92. Literally, I am literally like less than 5% behind the number 1 Bad Rats player. Too good at Bad Rats. That was cool. You know how we took an elevator down to get to that puzzle room? That's how we got out of it. Was just like pressing that thing. It's pretty cool. Right, we got 3 more rooms to go to. And then 1 room up here. We got 4 more rooms then. If I'm numbering them 1, 2, 3, 4 going counterclockwise, which one should I go to? You follow the number 1 Bad Rats player? Are you serious? Is there actually a community for Bad Rats? No way. Wait a minute. I'm looking this up while you decide which door we go in. Alright, Bad Rats show. View all achievements, and I think you click high scores. Leaderboards. Global leaderboards. His name's John Matthew. Wow. What am I again? Am I really still 102? I said that like half bullshitting. Yep, I'm number 91 with a score of 1.5 million. And, you know, 1.6 million would get me into top 15. You think he just played Bad... Fuck me. No way. No way. Anyway. You didn't decide, so I'm gonna go with 1. I'm gonna go with this one. Honestly, I honestly don't think Bad Rats is a terrible game. I think it is a functional game. It's just imprecise. It's not what you come to expect from modern titles. Got him. I'm gonna be honest here, I don't know what that did. Blue goes where? Alright, whatever. This is all we've got, so it's probably this again. No. Wasn't this a single press button? Yeah, it's a single press button. You don't need to activate that because it's only been pressed once. I'm not sure of the goal. The goal would be to press this button. A minute. Yeah, the goal is to press that. So this button over here has to lower that. So how do I press this button? The only way I can think is doing this. But that doesn't work. It's all I can think of. We can access these from in here though. Maybe we attract, kick that out, go over here. That doesn't make any sense. If you don't like cats, you know, you gotta kill those stupid cats, right? Is it possible that we get a fourth power in one of the other rooms and that this room is uncompletable until you get it? Because we haven't seen the yellow power, which is the only power that's in Q.U.B.E. I keep saying this, but like, I feel like I am repeating myself a lot. But it's worth noting that there was 4 powers originally. Oh, wait, what the fuck? I'm an idiot. You just fucking step on it. What the fuck? Oh, no. Oh, dude, I'm an idiot. Jesus Christ. That was like the most obvious shit ever. Oh. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, this next part's a little bit more difficult. Yeah, that was just to throw the green cube there and then use it as a step. That was easy. The fuck? Yep, there you go. Done. A game by Hideo Kojima. Man, I wish I had the patience to go through all of these levels and make walkthrough guides on YouTube. I don't know how many views. Like, I've always wondered about that, about making walkthrough guides for stuff. Back when Borderlands 2 came out, which was years ago, I had a different YouTube channel called SEPH696969. It was Seth696969. 369s. as if I wasn't cool enough. And I had, I think, roughly like 2 to 5 million views on it. I had a video called Minecraft question mark question mark question mark, and it was Gary's mod with Minecraft items in it. And I built a house, right? And I had the Minecraft weapon in the house, so it looked like Minecraft. And then I went outside and got into the car from Half-Life 2, the Sloppy Jalopy, drove it around in a circle, and killed some zombies with a gun. And everybody in the comments was asking, wow, how do you get this stuff in Minecraft? And one of my friends used to troll the people in the comment section, and it made it get like loads of views, like literally millions of views. And I had some other videos on that channel that got like 15-20,000 views, clips from like Cartoon Network shows, and I had a quest guide on Borderlands 2, which was just showing where a location of an item was, because there was a glitch with Borderlands 2 where the location of this item didn't show up on the map, and you had to work out where it was. So where I'm going with this story is that eventually got shut down because of the Adventure Time clips, like the Cartoon Network show clips. But I always wondered, like, you know, if I'd kept that channel, would it have helped anybody? Like, would it have helped me get, like, more followers on Twitch? Or anything like that? Would it have even mattered? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think so, because, you know, there's a difference between watching somebody consistently on Twitch and, you know, looking at a YouTube video. Let's go with the standard green-blue propeller thing. Okay, that doesn't work. Hey, I love this game. Pay DSP for a shout-out? I don't think DSP has very many followers. I remember when he got a sponsorship from Amazon to do the Amazon, this is the last time I ever watched DSP. When he did the, Amazon grocery store thing, where he got sent groceries by Amazon. You know, that was the last time I watched him. Hey, DSP's a successful guy. Don't talk shit about DSP, okay? Fuck you. I'm kidding. You can do what you want. Nice. Like, I don't know if like I was to go through every one of these rooms and say, hey guys, this is, you know, this is to power the third generator. This is room 1 going left to right. This is how you do it. You go over here. Like, would that actually get views? Would it be fucking worth the time and effort? Because those are pretty quick videos to make. But you've got to think that, like, this game is taking me about 2.5 hours to finish, right? It's probably going to take you upwards of 8 hours to really record and upload and tag and thumbnail and do all that shit for all these videos. Props to the people that do that. There's actually a guy that does Dark Souls videos. I don't know if you've ever seen these. They don't have a lot of views. But he does Dark Souls videos where he does 100% completionist runs, right? But this is what he does. He gets, like, an overpowered character that's killed, like, everything, right? Then he goes... Oh, wait, maybe he doesn't. Anyway, he's overpowered, right? Somehow. I was gonna say maybe he, like, does this, but maybe he doesn't. He gets overpowered, and then he goes to the start areas, and he literally walks around the entire start area, picking up every item and pausing on it for a couple of seconds, so you know where to go to find that item. Then what he does is he narrates back over the footage, right? And during, like, the time when he's walking to places, he narrates exactly what specific things you need to do. Like, he spends so much time. I think his hour-long videos probably take, like, upwards of 5 hours to make. And he makes a ton of them. He's literally got the entirety of Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 completely mapped out on his channel. I didn't follow him or sub to him because he uploads, like, a bunch of games that I don't care about. and I can't remember his name, but like I was looking for a couple items and he helped so much. Especially in the Dark Souls 2 DLC areas where there's a little bit more puzzle mechanics. You know? But that must have taken so long. I can't even imagine. Putting effort into YouTube? I can't even imagine. Okay, we're over the hole. Cool, cool. The only thing I can think is that maybe I've to go onto that thing, onto the brick. Uh-oh. Oh! What the fuck? Alright, playtesters. Good job, playtesters. What the fuck? That was meant to be on attract and it was on repel. And somehow they have a like thing here. Which looks like it's powered. Maybe that's the next part of the puzzle and I just did that early. That's cool. That's cool. Oh. Alright, there you go. And then it's set to attract. We go on it. Use the blue, push ourselves up, spin around, and then fire ourselves this way with the brick, and then press that button and move that. Cool. Alright. So I think it's the same thing again. I think you just drop down the brick, spin it around, play catch between these two things, pass it this way, break the wall, then you power this. It's a single press button, and then you do what I just did, which is I made this red, made this green, stand on it, use the blue thing. Oh wait, oops, I did that wrong. Wait, what the fuck did I do the first time? What did I do the first time? Oh no. How did I get there the first time if it didn't work the second time? Oh, wait, I know. I know. So, what I did was, instead of turning this blue and then bouncing up into the red, then turning the red to blue, so it goes from attract to repel with you on it. You set it to repel to begin with, and then when this goes blue, it shoots you up, and then you carry the momentum over and you arc, rather than shooting straight out. That's what it is, right? So, oh fuck, like that. Then change that around. Blue. No, the opposite. Stand on it first. Spin it around, and then we make this blue, and then because this is blue, then we go through. See? Blue, and go through. No. Are you kidding me? Surely that's the only way it could be. Ow! Oh fuck. I like got stuck in the cube. Shit. It has to be the way I'm saying it, right? It has to literally be that you just like... That half worked, but I don't think it's the most elegant way of doing it. And like I said, this is a single press button. There's no turning that off. So it has to be that we go through this way. How did we get on that ledge? I've tried both ways. I've tried bouncing up with the blue and this is on repel. I've tried turning this to attract and then repel. I can't think of any other way. I really can't think. Oh wait, the green got up there and I didn't. The green got up there and I didn't. That's why it's not down here. Alright. Alright, one more time. Spin this around. No, keep this on repel. Green. It kicks down the block. Use that block to get up here. Spin it back around. Change this to red or whatever, it doesn't matter. Drop down a green. Spin this around. It's still on repel. Jump on it. Blue to go up and... I did that twice and it didn't work. I kind of, that last time I did press jump when I was on the green thing, so maybe you're jumping off the green block. Whatever, we did it. I think we got 2 more puzzles to go. We did that one, that one, that one. We only have 1 more to go. They are getting more difficult though. They are getting more difficult, definitely. This game doesn't feel as claustrophobic as the other one. Just having like the light be different really helps a lot. Alright, that moves that, and I'm assuming this moves this. Cool. It is most likely going to be that we spawn a green thing. And that we keep it in hover stasis? No? Do you think I have to use the momentum off this to pass it to the other one? Like so? Do you think that's it? I'm only assuming that that's the way to do it. But that was a little bit more technical. Is that it? That's the whole puzzle? Fuck. That has to have been the right way. That was like
the last one powered.
The most mechanically involved puzzle. But it wasn't difficult. And it's powered, so that's the 3rd one. We could be near the end of the game. The first game was only about 3 hours long, and we are nearing the 3-hour mark. We're almost there. So, could be. It'd be nice if it subverted your expectations and had the elevator crash or something like that. But I guess it would be cool to see the thing all powered up. Just got an achievement called Mission Success. I am 46% through the achievements. So maybe... I thought my overlay popped up on stream there for a second, which it shouldn't.
Well, it's powered as far as I can tell. Now what?
Any clues on how to activate it?
I'm not gonna stand on the elevator yet. I'm gonna touch it.
Okay, you're closing in on the beacon. to locate any survivors. Once done, I'll see if I can lock onto your location. Then, with some hope, I'll try and extract us.
Like, look at this game. This game looks amazing. If this was VR, oh baby. I think this game would actually really work in VR. I really do. Cool. Oh. The hell is this? Is that a helicopter? It is.
Emma, can you read me?
What is it? What do you see?
This isn't a space vessel.
What do you mean?
The beacon. It's not coming from an escape pod. It's from a human helicopter, like the one we used to travel to the dig site. Emma, where are we?
This doesn't make sense.
Emma, tell me where we are.
No. We stopped it.
Oh my god. It's...
Millie, I need to get you out of there now. I'm going to use
It was our fault all along. The big reveal. It's like Planet of the Apes.
Emma, what's happening?
Hold on, just one more second.
I think this is a teleporter. Again, though, that would have been sick in VR. When shit like that happens, like lightning and stuff, wow. It's pretty great.
Oh. What happened?
Did they just turn the graphics up again? Look at this!
Are you there?
Plants!
Damn it.
I should mention, this game has been running at 120 FPS on my GTX 1070.
There is no life here anymore.
Using like no power.
Who said that? Who's there?
We cannot sustain it.
Who are you?
Aliens. Alien time.
Hello?
We are the spaces that you move through. We are everything, and we are dying.
That's impossible. Tell me who you are.
We are one, and we are many. Leading across.
How do you know my name? What have you done to my home?
We need your help. This that surrounds you, this is not our design. That is why we brought you here.
I don't get it,
Understand.
but okay.
I just want to go home.
We will help you, Claire. The portal behind you, it is dead. Rebuild us and power us. Then we can send you back.
So we're talking to the cube.
Share our memories, then you shall understand. Rebuild and power this decayed cortex, Media. Go forth to our first memories.
It looks like this thing up here, the thing we stick our arm in to get powers, is linked to this teleporter. And it's like it wants us to do 2 extra rooms, which could be full of other rooms. Nice elevator. Yeah, this has actually been like... This has been what I expected. I'm really happy about this game. Like, I wanted the story to be expanded on. I wanted the puzzles to, you know, be the same level of difficulty and give the same level of satisfaction when you finish them, and they do. They're really good puzzles. You don't spend hours getting pissed off or failing solutions over and over.
It must want me to power the reactors like I did before.
It seems to be limiting the way I'm going again. This is a room of 5 puzzles. Black gas? I don't know what that does to these things. Oh, it makes them slidey. I literally solved that part of the puzzle without even trying. I really did. Is that it? That was it? Are you high? Game devs, are you high? That was easy. Uh-oh. Alright, we gotta put some piss on this thing. So our end goal is going to be walking up to that thing. So let's do this. Right. Fuck. I should have waited until it was completely stopped. I understand how to do this puzzle, I just needed to wait until that was completely stopped. Whenever you see like a thing like this, like 2 whites and 2 whites, you know it's gonna be one of these. I needed to wait until it was stopped though. And then you spray it. And then you retract the red. And then extend the red. And then you get up here. Nice. Oh, dude, this game should have been in VR. Look at it. It's beautiful. Amazing game. Okay. So this is probably a green-blue. Yep. But you have to do it this way. And then that raises it up. And then you fire this along. Oh, I thought that was... Alright, alright. We're still exploring the room. Our goal is to get up here. This should be a simple room. Nope, okay. I think I was right with this. It's definitely a green-blue. Uh-oh. Oh. I don't think I'm meant to be up here. I think you're meant to turn this nozzle on by standing on that thing first. But how do I move this along? If you made a green cube here and pushed it with a red, you could push it along here and repel it up and use that to get over here and turn this on, but that turns on the green thing, so I don't get it. Like, for example, if you had one of these, if that was red and then this is covered in slime, you could slide it all the way along. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even have a plan, though. Huh. Alright. Let's go with, green, blue. And how far does that... Oh! Wait, I'm an idiot. If this ledge was orange, that would have made it, like, more obvious to me. Yeah, now we do this. Oh, wait, shit. We gotta paint this black. And then we gotta do this. And then we jump on it. And that lets us go up here. Oops. Fuck. Well... Actually, isn't that fine? Because now I just have to do it the long-winded way. No? Fuck, no, I can't. I can't. I got it and then I didn't get it. Now I don't got it. Nani? Did I gimp it? Uh-oh. I might have gimped this puzzle. Because I can't return this one over. I think I gimped the puzzle. Oh no! Have I actually gimped this puzzle? Because I think I'm meant to take the green block, right? And then have the green block be on here. That doesn't make sense. Oh, wait, I get it. Doi. You make it green, and then you make this blue. Fuck. I think that was right, but just not, you know. YOLO. Now you're thinking of portals.
Robert.
That was swag.
I don't know where you are, and I don't know how long I have been gone. God, I don't even know what has happened to you or whether you will get this. But
I'm really happy about that puzzle solution.
That I love you very much. There is so much I should have said before I left. And there is so much we need to talk about. Please hold on for me.
Alright. What have we got? We got black piss. We got more black piss. We got fire. I think this is telling me that this wall is flammable. Oh, I get it. I get it. You gotta get the fire. Right? It's at this moment that I'm realizing the black piss is oil. Totally didn't think it was oil. I thought it was like some type of alien lube. Huh. Oh. That's new. Setting fire to the blocks is definitely a new thing. I'm now thinking that what you do is cover that one in oil, knock it that way, drop down this and do this. But then you want the fire to be on both. Like that. And then I need to set fire to this block as it's moving through. Like this. Oh my god. Puzzle of God. Watch me like fuck up the next easy part. Is it possible to like a game too much? Because I really like this game. This might be my game of the year. Did it come out this year? I think it did. So we gotta get the fire over there. This looks like a standard, you know, red, blue. It might not be though. I think it's a staircase first. And then it's a red, blue. That's a one per time press button, so it's on all the time. Man, I'm coughing so much. And then you probably just push this. But I think it's gonna be more complicated than that. Oh, can I maybe cheat this? Can I cheat this by like... No, because the oil burns off eventually, doesn't it? It be do. Got him. Time for some lore.
I don't understand.
James,
I saw him
he was there. Just normal, not...
10 minutes ago.
Now? Well, look.
What could do this?
These people are trapped inside the fucking cubes, aren't they? Like multiple people in the same cube. That's a little bit body horror for me. A little bit too body horror. I'm not a big fan of that type of stuff.
We store information like you do in a mine. The truth is in this information. Expose as we die.
So that was one of 5 puzzles.
What are you?
Activate each room and I will share a memory with you. Through this you shall understand.
I deserve to know what you've done.
Alright, we gotta hit the thing with the thing. I think I'm gonna take a 10-minute break. Or like a 5 to 10. My room is getting incredibly hot and I'm coughing and coughing. So I'll be BRB in like 5 to 10. Yeah, take it easy. I'll BRB. I don't know what to give you guys to listen to though, in terms of music.